We are living in an artificially induced state of consciousness that resembles sleep. The movement was begun by a scientist who discovered, quite by accident, these signals being sent. We have been lulled into a trance. Please understand, they are safe as long as they are not discovered.
They want their weapons.
Look out for Charlie.
I want that son of a bitch dead. I want him dead.
First off, whatever you do, don't listen to this on some 5mm speaker on your phone and say, well, I don't hear anything. What kind of sham are you trying to pull? You need to listen to this on earbuds or good headphones or speakers. Something with a woofer or something where you can hear low end. With that said, let's carry on. What I've done here, and I want you to see, is I've just randomly picked a bunch of ELF frequencies. I have 8 hertz, 9.44 hertz, 11 hertz, then I have 60 hertz and 33 hertz way down in the mix. And there are some other low frequencies as well up here. 1.93 hertz, 1.33 hertz, 2.34 hertz, 2.76 hertz, 4.88 hertz. I just picked these randomly because they all do something a little bit different. I want to play them, and I want you to check it out. What happens when I put all these frequencies together and play them at once? You can hear the hum. Look here. See that stuff pulsing up? Almost sounds like mumbling. That's a beat frequency from all these bouncing together. Because if I play them by themselves, like this, it's nothing. It's not bouncing or hopping up. And neither is 11 hertz or 9 hertz. None of them. So when they're all together, they form a beat frequency. So let's let it play for a minute. Kind of sounds like the hum. And pay attention here. You can almost hear something being repeated over and over. Beat frequencies. So when you mix these down, the frequencies are so low that there's like nothing to show up spectrally. See that? It's just darkness. But down in here, there are frequencies. Let's pull this sucker down. See? This is where all this is happening at. Let's play it for a minute. Very low. But when I mixed it down, if you look, here is a frequency sitting just above a mess of frequencies, sitting just above 20,000 hertz, 20 kilohertz. Now, isn't that weird that a bunch of ELF frequencies have created a over 20 kilohertz beat frequency way up here? So let's check that out by itself and boost it up and see what it sounds like. Before we do the 20,000 hertz mess, let me show you the ELF boosted up one time. This is just the ELF creating the hum that people hear. Now I can guarantee you that that is closer to the real hum than what these audio engineers produce trying to get people that have never heard it to hear it because they've never heard it. That's what it sounds like. Okay? And what you actually heard here was the higher frequencies of the ELF, because it's the lower frequencies that pop off sounding almost like mumbling words, because I took those lower frequencies out so you would just hear the hum, and this is the higher area of the hum. With the lower area of the hum still there, that's when you get the words, which is like 4 hertz and below. Super low. Alright? So that is something that really needs to be thought about here. Now, this is the 20,000 hertz or 20 kilohertz super high frequency brought down one time. Just going to play a few seconds of it. Okay, now here is the 20,000 hertz stage 2 brought down again. Now here's the 20,000 hertz stage 3 brought down further. Sounds a lot like white or pink noise. Okay, here is stage 4 of the mess of 20,000 hertz or 20 kilohertz. It's getting interesting, right? Okay, here is stage 5. Now, here is stage 6. Now you have to remember that this is above 20 kilohertz. This is out of most people's hearing. Now here is stage 7. I'm going to play the whole thing. It appears to be 44 seconds long, so deal with it. What'd you hear in that? Because if you've got ears in your head, you should have heard something in there that should not be there. Now, I was only playing ELF frequencies, ELF. These frequencies created a beat frequency, one above 20,000 hertz, or 20 kilohertz. So, what is going on for this to be going on within it? I brought this down further and further till it was well within human hearing range. But that should not be there. So not only do you have what sounds like mumbling in the beat frequencies of this, the hum, you have another high-end frequency created that is doing something that shouldn't be there. And I created this all with tones mainly below 10 hertz, submarine frequencies, right? Then 133 and 160. Just there to create the drone. 60 is our electrical grid, okay? So start putting this together. This was way easy to do, and I'm just walking around with no intent. Imagine if you had intent and some serious gear or serious budget. If I had a serious budget, I could do a lot. Now I'm going to take out the 60 hertz and the 33, and I'm just going to play part of it. See, this is why, see how close that is to redlining? This is why you guys can record on your phones and you can see your meters going nuts. Like it's ready to blow out, but when you play it back, there isn't anything there. And that's because your phones are picking up the ELF and the frequencies above 20 kilohertz around you, and it's loud as shit, but there's nothing there because these are submarine frequencies and 20 kilohertz and higher for the most part. So this is why, this is what's up, and there's no debating it. It's there.